Do you have my espresso bean?
How'd you get out of prison?
Good lawyer. Enough, Doc. Where's my bean?
I don't have it.
Jimmy's been kidnapped. Help me, and I'll do anything.
What's in it for me?
Information about your mother.
Detective Mickey Potatoes is back, and this time the stakes are higher than ever. A priceless espresso bean is missing and a life is on the line. Join Mickey in an all-ages noir adventure packed with comedy, suspense, and heart. Support Detective Potatoes, Lord of the Bean on Kickstarter, and unlock exclusive rewards. Books, poker chips, minifigures, and more. Back the campaign today and help bring this thrilling mystery to life. Support independent storytelling. Support Detective Potatoes.
Hey folks, just a friendly reminder that all shows on the Madness Comic Network are produced by their individual hosts and in no way reflect the opinions of the network as a whole. The statements in the following broadcast are not necessarily the opinions of the Madness Comic Network, its staff, sponsors, or contributors. This show is rated TVMA, as are all of them and all those other letters. Viewer discretion is highly advised, and, just do what Doc says. Read that again. Peace, everybody.
Welcome to another episode of Geekmen and the Masters of the Thunder Nerds. I am Dustin.
I'm Zombie.
Indeed. Happy Friday the 13th, y'all.
Yeah! Broke out some Jason stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A little custom head I did from a Mythic Legion's Gladiator head. Had to paint one up. Slightly modified.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, before we get into the show, I just want to extend my deepest condolences to the family and friends of James Earl Jones, and I totally spaced his name, Master Splinter, the guy who voiced Master Splinter on the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon. They both passed away this week. And hello, Cosmic. How's it going? So yeah, just thoughts and prayers are with them, and goodness gracious. I mean, talk about people that shaped my childhood.
Right.
From James Earl Jones to Master Splinter. I mean, I watched them. I've been watching them since I was 2 years old. And it's just crazy. I mean, absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I didn't realize James Earl Jones was 93.
Yeah.
Man.
Harrison Ford's getting up there too. And he just recently got I don't know, some sort of award for Disney, he's a Hollywood star or whatever, and his hand was really shaking as he was trying to write his signature. And it's just like, wow, man, it's like he isn't retired and he's doing Captain America Brave New World as the Red Hulk. It's just like, what on earth is he doing? Like, I'm interested to see that, but
we're all getting old.
I'm worried that, you know, something's going to happen and we'll have to end up recasting. I know obviously Harrison Ford is an icon too, but it's just wild to think that he's getting up there and he's still in movies and he's in a huge franchise that might have multiple movies, which means recasting and stuff like that. And it's just like, if something happens, it's just like, oh boy. But I guess it's typical of Hulk. Let's see. He said,
I think Hulk is probably the Batman of the MCU as they recast him.
yeah, I mean, because he's been Eric Bana, he's been Edward Norton, and now Mark Ruffalo, and they did put the original Hulk as they claimed it under their banner, like, yeah, this is our movie. And it's just like, you know, the with Edward Norton and stuff like that, it's just like, all right, I guess we're having multiple Hulks. But so he had to go out on something better than the Fleabag movie, he says. Do you mean that latest Indiana Jones?
Yeah, I'm not sure what the Fleabag movie is. I haven't seen the latest Indiana Jones movie though, so
yeah, I saw it in theaters with my dad, and Dial of Destiny. Yeah. Which I think is it was a decent movie. It was okay. It was okay.
I was gonna say you could have left it there.
It was okay. I mean, I need to rewatch it because I fell asleep.
Oh no!
I fell asleep,
so
and it's like
Destiny.
Was
so
literally
that's like your Underworld, because I fell asleep in Underworld and I just couldn't stay awake.
Yeah. I don't know what it was, but I just couldn't stay awake. I don't know. It was probably my medication that had me all messed up. But yeah.
Yeah, our action heroes are getting older.
Dude, for real. Hey, Pops is in the house. How's it going?
Pops.
And dude, I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
I mean, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Steven Seagal.
Need a new wave of masculine hero action heroes.
In my opinion, I think so.
We need to bring them back.
Yeah. So I don't know. Let's see. Oh, okay, cool. And Christy's going to be on Freewheelin' Friday at 11 tonight, so that'll be fun. Oh, okay. So he explains. He says Destiny, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, and then he says Phoebe's claim to fame before Indy was a drama called Fleabag.
Oh,
so that okay, that makes it sense. I haven't heard of that at all. So I was like, huh? But I know I claim to be a movie buff.
I'm sorry.
But
I can't get something out of my head right now. All I can think about is where's my espresso bean or whatever it was. I love that.
For
It
what?
came on and I was like, what? The pre-show promo.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, I played a promo before one of our sponsors before I started up, so that was just fun. That was a new one I hadn't seen before, so
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
cool.
yeah. No, it was great.
Yeah. I don't know.
So I know you've been busy. You've been what you watching? Anything new?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, but you don't know.
Yeah, I did. I think I might have mentioned this already, but I remember watching Atlas.
Atlas.
Yeah, it's a movie
is
with with J-Lo in it,
Oh, yeah.
and it's on Netflix.
I wouldn't have watched it.
Yeah, right. But I was bored and I didn't have anything to watch, and I was like, because I usually try to watch something. I'm like, I don't know. I'll watch it. I'll give it a watch because it looked interesting. The premise, fairly interesting. So I watched it. And I was just like, okay, I'm gonna recommend this one to my mom because she'll probably like it. But and
Yeah.
so I also recommended a show, Dresden Files, to my mom because I had just recently watched that, and she did not like that at all. She's just like, yeah, no, I wasn't into it. It was all kinds of crazy and the demons and witches and no, not my kind of show. And I'm like, but it was a cop show. And she's like, yeah, it wasn't enough of a cop show.
A little too much super in that natural, huh?
Yeah, for sure. And it's true because I did try to get her to watch Supernatural, and she was not into that. But my sister did watch it. She watched all the 15 seasons.
Yeah, I haven't watched that.
And it has its ups and downs, but I really do like it. And it's awesome that it looks like they're shooting for a reunion on The Boys because we have, oh geez, I just forgot his name. Happened again. It's on my I tried, watched 2 episodes of that show. That was enough, Dresden.
Oh.
Well, I'll tell you, the books are so much better, and and there's 15, 17, something like that. I just got another book. I think it must have been Harley that recommended it. And because I asked you guys who recommended it, and I just got that book that I'm gonna start reading soon. But I don't have I don't know if I've watched anything else. Let me check my notes. That is my memory these days.
Check the memory book.
Yeah. No, and the last thing was movies for next week on what to watch. So yeah, that does me no good. Yeah, so
I watched, of course, when I say watch, I use that term loosely because I'm
played it in the
always
background.
I'm always doing something here at my desk,
Yeah.
for the new people viewing. Because I paint and I do, all kinds of other stuff. So some of these movies, they're so terrible. Like I don't even remember them. Like I'll just scroll through Tubi sometimes, and okay, that looks neat, and I'll save it, and I'll keep scrolling. Okay, that looks neat, and I'll keep scrolling. I usually try to pick stuff, like I'll scout ahead to try and pick movies for the show, because I've learned my lesson. Okay, I'm gonna at least watch a little bit of something before just diving into the unknown and picking a stinker again.
I don't know. I think the stinkers are fun, just as fun.
Oh God.
But
yeah, I don't know. I would have really liked to have had Derry on the show tonight for his input on
Killer Clowns.
Yeah, for this week, because but we'll get into that in a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, like some of these movies I don't remember them off the top of my head, but I know if I'm scrolling again, I'll go, okay, yeah, that's not no, keep going. Skip. Next. But then I do find the occasional gem that's like I find interesting or I thought was good or whatever. So but yeah, other than that, I haven't really been watching anything except for today. I watched this girl hit on my wife while we were out shopping, and my wife was totally oblivious. I'm standing there like, what is happening here?
Yeah.
And she wasn't an older lady either, like not like we're older, but whatever. But yeah, I was there with my wife. We went into, it was like Marshall's or something like that. I don't know, some closeout store, And she was looking at the pet toys of all things. She was looking for like little Halloween pet toys, for the dog and all of that. And this girl just starts talking to my wife, like, "Oh yeah, oh that's cute," and all this other kind of stuff. And my wife brought up the chickens, and this woman was like fawning over everything.
Oh, geez.
And then my wife said our dog's name, and she was like, "Oh, that's my name." What is happening? And my wife just right over her head, and I teased her so much about that when we were leaving. I said, I don't know, maybe she had mommy issues. I don't.
Hey, Jessica, how's it going?
Who knows? In this day and age, you never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, and I again, I don't want to get into politics or anything like that, but my daughter was I don't know how to say it. I don't think she was alarmed, but she's just like, oh yeah, hey, yeah, they're a couple or whatever.
Well, what you talking about?
Just there was they saw
on like a movie or a TV show or
no,
something?
it was they saw people in person, and they were just like, they were like, I guess they were holding hands or talking or something like that, and they're just like, oh, okay, yeah, that's a couple. And she's like, okay,
oh, hey, I got nothing against it. Love who you love,
yeah, right. And
you're welcome to be as happy and as miserable as the rest of us.
Right. Exactly.
Love who you love. I don't care.
Exactly, because it was funny because like they're just like, oh yeah.
So you didn't expect that coming from your kids? What you're saying?
Right. Like I expected like them to say something or anything like.
Oh, like ask questions, maybe.
Yeah, like ask questions or something, because it's not a family like our family.
You're thinking in the mindset of how we grew up and everything.
Exactly.
In this day and age, it's everywhere. It's in everything. It's saturated in media. It's on Facebook, Instagram, all the TikToks, all of whatever, movies, TVs, books, commercials. You can't turn your head without seeing it in some form or fashion. And so kids today are just used to seeing that. That's
exactly.
That's normal for them. And hey, like I said, it is no big deal.
Right. No, totally.
I don't think so anyway.
Yeah, I totally agree, but it is just one of those things.
I mean, I know what I like, and I don't shame anybody for what they like.
Right. I'm not saying that at all, but I'm just,
no, I didn't imply
I was just saying like,
not. I wasn't saying you were. I'm just.
Yeah.
I'm digging a hole here. Let's go. Let's move on.
So, in other words, kids are indoctrinated from an early age these days. Yeah, that's fair, I guess, to say.
I mean,
I'm not sure I would use the word indoctrinated, but
unless you don't watch anything, don't read anything, and live in a hole in the ground, pretty much. I mean, you can't really get away with it.
Exactly. So,
but, yeah,
we're all in agreement here. Like,
yeah, none of my comments are meant in a derogatory way or to be offensive. If you are offended, fuck it. Who cares? I don't.
Right.
There's
this song that I just posted on Instagram not too long ago, or actually it was earlier today. It was talking about being unpopular. It was from one of my favorite bands that I listened to growing up, and you know, they're talking about being unpopular, and it's a good day to be unpopular or whatever, and they're fine with it. Like, basically, whatever. You don't agree with me, whatever. You know, and it's just like, yeah. And so I posted that because it's just like, yeah, you know what? Might not like our show. That's fine. Whatever.
Yeah. I mean, hey, like, for instance, with me, with my Instagram, yeah, I put it on the screen. That's in case anybody wants to follow me. I'm not asking anybody to look me up and follow me. I don't care about my follower count being into the double-digit thousand, triple digits, whatever. I don't care about the little blue check mark to be official or whatever the hell they call it. Like, I do not care. Like, I was not a popular kid in school. The only thing that people liked about me was I was easy to make fun of. And I didn't, and you know, I stopped caring at one point. You know, I had real world shit that I was dealing with. Like, I didn't care about the high school drama bullshit. Yeah, going through school and all that, whatever. Like, I did not give a fuck.
Right. I definitely agree.
By 12th grade, like, that was, I had reached like legendary status. Like, I had people coming to me, like the popular jocks and everything, saying, man, I wish I was more
me how
like
to
you.
Not give a fuck.
Yeah, because exactly. They were like, man, you don't let anything bother you. Nothing gets to you. I'm like, yeah, when you've lived through half the shit that I've lived through, come talk to me. Then I can teach you my ways.
Right.
So you learn on your own. I can't help you. I'm sorry.
Right.
And they would laugh. They're like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, whatever, man. I don't know. You do you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like me, don't like me. I don't care either way.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, the only thing I care about is YouTube. Friend us on YouTube. Whatever. I don't care.
Subscribe and like if you want. Whatever.
Yeah, if you want. I'm fine if you don't.
I can't force you.
Totally.
Can't force you.
But I don't know. But so anyway, is anything else going on? What else is on your plate?
Man, let me tell you something. You're gonna get tired of hearing the sound of my voice on Monday Night Show because I've got some stuff to talk about.
I do too. So
for anybody watching that's never watched us again on Monday nights for It's Frickin' Figures, we talk about toys and stuff like that. And boy, howdy, do I got a lot to say. I'm like, whoa, God, I want to talk about it so bad. So I got to get through the weekend.
Right. So you're just going to be rescued on Monday to enjoy frickin' figures. And I mean, I have several things to talk about too. So
yeah, I've got some stuff this week. I didn't really have much last week. So you want to find out what's in this box? Tune in Monday.
Absolutely. It's frickin' figures. But anyway, I don't have a thumbnail ready to show, but anyway, let's get into the movie.
Yeah.
Which one do you want to start with?
Let's go with Killer Clowns first.
All right.
Let's get that out of the way.
Okay, so let me also do this. I want to do a share screen share. window. Oh no, it's not there.
Yeah, as usual, I did not do any kind of research. I didn't look up any kind of movie stats, what it earned, when it came out. I know there's toys out there somewhere, maybe NECA.
Oh,
maybe.
there are?
I don't know, but yeah, they made at least some of the clowns. They're in toy form out there somewhere. I remember that much.
Oh,
But
that's fun.
I'd never seen this movie before.
Yeah, me either. I've never seen it, so that was interesting to me. I mean, sure, it was an '80s movie, and
goofy.
it definitely was goofy, but I didn't hate it. Surprisingly.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's not like, oh, this is the worst movie we've ever watched on this show,
which
it
clearly isn't.
Oh, no. It was an enjoyable watch. It had me laughing, really. It's got that horror undertone to it. Like, yeah, bad things are happening, and these clowns are creepy as fuck looking.
Yeah.
They got the exaggerated facial proportions, and their bodies are, kind of weirdly shaped, and they had the one midget in there as the clown. I know he was your favorite too, wasn't he?
No, actually, I didn't even notice that he was a midget.
Yeah, it was like a little short dude.
That's awesome, though. Okay, so let me explain the midget thing.
I don't know. Do you want to explain that? We're live.
It's a joke that we have ongoing between me and Eric, and me and Kurt, our old host who's currently indisposed. He's dealing with stuff on the side quest, hoping that one day things will calm down and we'll be able to.
His might be more of a main quest at this point.
yeah, that's true, but still,
we're gonna get him back one day.
Yeah, for sure. I'm really hoping to, and I cannot find my stupid slide, but what did I name it? Frickin' A. Oh, do I go in here and then we need to start busting out the Halloween backgrounds. Forgot. We're getting close.
Yeah. What are you looking for? All right. So I'm going to read. You don't have to put it up on screen, but I'm going to read the Cosmic Grandpa comment here.
Yeah.
I've never actually watched Killer Clowns from Outer Space, which is saying something considering how many pop-fueled late-night movies I've seen. Oh, this one would be a great one to do that too.
Yeah.
You would be laughing your ass off for sure.
I totally agree. So recommended for that.
So what are you looking for? What do you?
I'm looking for the stupid
You
movie
said
thing.
About share screen. Scare screen. There we go.
Scare screen. No. What did I just do?
Yeah, Jessica says she's never seen Killer Clowns either. Yeah, like.
You mean you did do the homework from last week?
Yeah, really. Like.
I don't think anyone ever does.
Yeah, no, I wonder how many people out there actually watch these movies.
Yeah, I don't think there's many, but
only the good ones. Only the good picks.
Maybe they wait to see what we say and then they'll go watch them, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, we are definitely a messed up Siskel and Ebert duo. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
If you're waiting for our opinion to go watch a movie, you've got some questions that you need to answer about your own life choices.
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm gonna find it eventually.
So, all right. Well, I'm gonna get into it. So this movie, like, while you're looking for that, it's your typical kind of. It starts out your typical teenage '80s movie. There's a makeout point where the younger generation goes to, do their necking and all that kind of stuff. Suddenly,
necking, that's a good word. I wouldn't have used that word.
Well, I mean, hey.
Okay. So she says she's seen Ready or Not.
Yeah.
And she went to see the Killers game today. Interesting.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, so I mean, just out of nowhere in this like it looks like a comet or something comes crashing.
Yeah.
That's their spaceship that looks like a circus tent.
Right. When it lands, it looks like a circus tent for sure.
Right. Like it definitely didn't crash. Like it sounded like it crashed, but I mean, whatever.
Right.
So we get a couple of teenagers. They find their way inside this thing and make the discovery of this is not a circus. This is like a spaceship.
Right.
And there's these weird cotton candy cocoons, and they tear some of it away and there's a face under it, and then they start freaking out and then the clowns start coming out and chasing them and then the clowns start going out into the town or whatever and wreaking all kinds of havoc with all their silly little gimmicky, clown stuff.
Right.
Like you don't want anything to touch you from these clowns because it's all toxic. Like
no, yep.
The pies will melt you. The liquids from the flour from the thing will like poison you and kill you. Like even the little popcorn that they shoot at you turns into these little weird snake clown things and come after you.
Okay, so here we go.
And this movie has probably had the most boring shower scene I've ever sat through in a movie.
I must have blacked out for that.
This was very tame. You don't remember that, do you?
I do not. I must have been looking at my phone or...
It's specifically the scene where the popcorn ends up transforming into the snake-looking things with the clown heads on them. Like, that's in that girl's bathroom. She took a shower.
Right. I didn't even think that was a shower scene. I thought she just went in there.
That's what I mean. It was very tame.
Yeah. It was set up very much like the one infamous killer movie where Psycho. Thank you.
Yeah.
And it was very much set up like that. And,
oh no, you got to see more in Psycho than in this shower scene.
Right. I know, but they set it up like it was going to.
We didn't even get to see a shoulder.
Yeah. No. So this is zero booby movie, just for rating. If you want to rate that,
there's more booby shots in a Marvel movie that I've recently watched, and I was like, "Holy crap, that's in a Marvel movie!"
What is this movie?
Man-Thing, and it's got the Marvel tag on it. As soon as it starts, with the comic book pages turning, and it says Marvel, and
I haven't seen that, so
it's a Marvel movie. It did not go to theaters. That movie did not go to theaters. It was like a direct to TV kind of thing. And it's not bad. It's not terrible. It's not. I wouldn't say it's good, but like in the opening scene, like full frontal tits out, and I'm like, whoa. There's things. And you're like.
Second guessing, like, oh, is this Marvel?
Yeah, no, it totally is. But now they're retconning some of those older side production movies and everything. Like Blade now, I guess, is considered part of MCU. Like everybody made such a big deal when Star-Lord dropped the F-bomb once in the last Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and then Wolverine and Deadpool did it like 47,000 times. Yeah, but like Blade's dropping F-bombs and tells Dracula he's a motherfucker in the movie, and it's like, hey,
I don't know. I kind of think that they went overboard to like try to get a hard R rating or something. Because I mean, half of them aren't even necessary. But
Yeah.
I will say,
So what are you talking about?
okay,
Which movie?
I'm gonna talk about a
Deadpool
different movie
Wolverine?
later, but so I want to mention this later. But yeah,
Or hold on. First, are you talking about Deadpool Wolverine or the Blade movies? To get the hard R rating.
Deadpool Wolverine or
Deadpool.
no, Blade.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, because like,
I mean, they both are, I think.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So
The only one that it might not be is Trinity, but I think
no,
that
that's
might
the
have
one.
been.
That's the one where he calls like the big bad vampire that's supposed to be like the
Yeah.
one that started the Dracula legend. That's the one where he calls him a motherfucker.
Well, it's been a few years since I've seen it, like when it came out. I don't think I've seen it since, but regardless.
Oh, I have. I know. Listen to me.
Right. But so yes, the Killer Clowns. Yeah. So okay, first off, initially, I'm thinking, wow, they actually got someone to do a soundtrack for this because they're like killer clowns,
Oh yeah.
doing that weird music or whatever at the beginning, and it's just like I was laughing at that, and it's like, oh, okay, that's funny. This is fun. All right.
That's a catchy little tune right
Yeah.
there.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So it's like that's cool. And but then they get into the meat and potatoes of it, and it's like, of course, they love triangle, which I still find really weird.
Yeah.
So this girl is like, oh my gosh, we need help. We should go to the police. And the one main dude, I don't know his name, he's just like, oh, there's no one's gonna believe us, blah blah blah. And she's like, no, I know someone at the police station who will help. And so they go, and it turns out it's an ex-boyfriend lover type thing, and it's just like, oh boy. So then it immediately jumps into they're being arrested, and oh, I'm sorry I was so hard on you and all that stuff, and it was wild. But
yeah, like nobody believed them. Like, no, there's these crazy clowns killing
and
people
the
and chasing
poor
us.
police station was sitting there, and the phones were blowing up with reports of with reports of different clown things, sightings, and he's just like, oh, okay, yeah, teenagers, the one skeptical cop is sitting there, and he's so much in disbelief, and he's just like, yeah, y'all are a bunch of no good punks, and that dude was obnoxious. But
I know guys like that.
I do too. It was obnoxious. And I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue with your thought.
No, it's a fun little romp. I mean,
it is.
It doesn't take itself seriously at all. They knew what they were doing when okay, we're gonna make a movie about, because people don't like clowns, so we're gonna ride this wave, and we're gonna make killer clowns, but we're gonna make them from outer space. So at that point, it was like, okay, what kind of zany things can we throw in here?
Yeah, they had cotton candy, cocoon wrap guns, and it was wild. Again, it was fun. It was fun little movie.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's anything to write home about, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's terrible, but in a good way.
Yeah, I mean, so for that, I think I'll go ahead and rate, and it's like, I'd say maybe. I can't believe I'm saying this.
Go ahead.
I can't believe it, but I'd say it's a 3-star movie.
Okay, I can agree with that.
Chart. because it's like
that's
it was fun. They didn't take itself too seriously. They
Yeah.
had a nice soundtrack to go with it.
right.
So it was like, they went over the top, and it's just like, I did not expect that
Yeah.
from Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
right.
That
right.
they would, have an actual soundtrack and stuff like that. And I had no idea about toys.
Yeah.
So that's wild that they had toys with
Oh,
it.
there's people that love this movie. It's
Yeah.
like their top favorites, gotta watch on a regular basis or every, spooky season or what have you. Like, there's people out there. This is very much a cult classic to a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so just if anyone out there has promotional links and you want to just ask for a wrench, and we'll give it to you, so that way you can drop your comments and promote your stuff that you have going on. Pops always does that for anyone who's a creator and wants to get the word out for you, be seen as best as possible.
Yep.
So yeah, do that. So yeah, you agree with the 3-star rating? Yeah.
Let me give it 3.
Yeah, I mean, it feels weird to rate it, but I thought it was fun. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't hate it.
No, not at all. I went into it really thinking this is going to be the dumbest movie I've ever watched, and it's dopey, but I've seen worse.
Yeah, totally. I mean,
for a blind pick. Now I've
Right.
known about this movie for a long time because, like I said, there's people I see people bring this movie up all the time and they love it.
Yeah.
I don't love it, but it was fun. And like, if you and I were in this movie, I could see us being the 2 idiots for the ice cream truck. That's us.
Yeah, I definitely think that's true. Whose idea would it have been to get the girls, hey, you want ice cream? That would have probably been mine.
I don't know.
I would have probably delivered that line. Hey, you want ice cream? Come on board. You said I can have ice cream.
Oh,
but
boy.
yeah, good times. But
Pop says Killer Clowns was the first horror comedy I liked.
There
you go.
I mean, and that's the thing. It's just a fun, silly movie. Doesn't take itself too seriously. It knows it's definitely a comedy, and they played into it. I thought they did that really well. So,
oh man, what about that big ending that they gave?
Right.
Like Clownosaurus Rex comes down.
Yeah.
He's a damn marionette and starts just ripping shit apart.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Yeah, I was just like, oh boy, shit's hitting the fan.
Yeah.
Time to go.
Pants have turned brown now.
Right. Oh boy. But so all right. Let's move on to the next movie. We're 43 minutes in. So I'm going to play an ad. So stick with us from the ad, and then you'll hear our thoughts about the next movie. So hold tight.
Who am I, you ask? I was created in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by the waste of a dying world. I was bestowed with an insurmountable task: bring peace after decades of death, persecution, and chaos. I am a grandchild of war, destined to help two camps which hate has fueled for far too long. Surprisingly, I am not alone. Have an odd bunch to make the road a little more bearable. Come with me. To bring hope where there was despair. Respect where there was resentment. Creativity where there was destruction. I am Pinocchio. And this is my story.
So Kaz says, I'm listening to Dolby 5.1 surround system, and that shook the floor.
Oh yeah, the beginning of that one, yeah.
Oh boy. Now, sorry about that if that's not something you're into. Otherwise, you're welcome.
I mean,
I know.
I hear that about every 15, 20 minutes pass by down the road here.
Yeah.
Sounds like cars are rattling apart.
I'm just saying, I also am a fan of the Dolby thing. The anyway. So yeah. Oh no. So let's see. What did he say? Yep, it's all good. Good. All right. So, ready or not? Premise. Basically, this dude finds a girl, marries her, and then they all try to kill her. And
how is that different from any marriage?
I don't know, but certainly the summation of my marriage. I'm sure she's gonna kill me if she ever watches this.
Oh, so a little bit more to it is
yeah.
This young lady marries into a wealthy family, unbeknownst to her that they have a long-standing deal with the devil. That anytime a new member joins the family, they have to. There's this like mystery box thing that they put a blank card into, and that
gets added in.
Yeah, the card gets put into the box and closed by the head of the family. It's turned over to the new member, and they have to there's two buttons on it you have to hold down simultaneously, and the card pops back out. It's no longer blank, and it has the name of a game on it. Now, there are, I forget how many different games that could possibly come up that you could play, and they're all normal games.
Yeah.
All completely normal games.
Yep.
It could be Old Maid, it could be Pinochle, it could be checkers, it could be chess.
Yeah.
It could be Go Fish. But there's one game.
Yeah.
One game that if it is chosen, it is played to the death.
Right.
And that is hide and seek.
Hide and seek.
And that is where this movie gets its name, Ready or Not.
Right.
Here I come.
They started playing the cool antique counting down, and so at first she's oblivious and just like, oh, okay, cool, whatever, I'll go hide. This isn't how I wanted to spend my honeymoon or my first night of marriage, but okay, sure, let's go for it. And then she finally finds out when someone gets their head blown off in front of her
accidentally.
Accidentally. She's just like, oh my gosh, they're with, playing around with real guns, and oh boy, this is a lot more than I anticipated.
Yeah. And at that point, her husband catches up to her and says, no, you don't understand, like, and they kind of have this little back and forth, like, you didn't tell me, and he's like, how could I?
Right. You would have left me if I told you.
So the discovery is made that, they're out for blood. They're actually trying to kill me.
Yeah.
So she spends the rest of the movie trying to get away and survive. All the while, she's either got a hand in or around all of the help that is systematically getting taken out. Like, she's not killing family members. She's killing, the maids, the sitters, the butlers.
She goes and tries to hide in her initial hiding spot, and there was someone in there, and it was a maid or something, and the thing goes haywire, and she ends up getting crushed in the dumbwaiter,
right.
And she's just like, "Oh shit, I'm sorry."
And the family keeps finding out, oh, so and so's dead, that one's dead, and you hear one of them go, "Oh, that one was my favorite."
Right.
So, and then the head of the family is freaking out, going, "She's this blonde twig nothing. How is she doing this? How is she taking everybody out?" And it's total accidental.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she ends up at one point, like, she got away. She did. She got away, and then,
with the help of her husband, who turns off the locks.
The locks, yeah.
And because they lock down the house, every door is locked, and alarms will go off, and he turned off the cameras, managed to basically sabotage their eyes and ears, that way she could get away or stand a chance, because that was his goal, was to try to help her get out. But
she made a mistake. She made a mistake in her getaway, because the last, like, butler that was alive went after her in a car, and she got into an altercation with him and ended up choking him out. And so he passed out. I guess she thought she killed him, but he was still alive. And then so she's driving away. She's got the car. She's driving away, and there's like this OnStar thing, and she pushes it, and she's trying to get them to call the cops or whatever. And then the guy on the other line looks up, and he tells her, "Hey, I'm sorry, the car has been reported as stolen. I got to turn it off."
Yeah,
I think
his name was Justin, not Dustin. She's
so
like, "F you."
She'd probably got a little bit further than she did if she wouldn't have drawn attention to the car.
Yeah.
Because at first I was going, how did they know that the car was stolen? Who reported it? And then I remembered, the butler, he's got a phone.
Yeah.
So he probably just called the service, and he was like, "Hey, my car just got stolen. I need you to shut it off." So maybe that would have happened either way if she wouldn't have, called it in or whatever. It probably still would have happened. And then we'd be going, "Why'd the car shut off?"
Yeah.
So I don't know. That part felt kind of clunky.
It did, because also Pumara pointed out, she's just like, "Wait, how did they? If they shut it off, how did they get it running again?"
Well, see, that's another thing they didn't show. Also, the butler could have called in and said, "Hey, I've recovered the car. We're good now."
Yeah.
Or he had, a key fob or the key
some
with
sort
it or
of
whatever.
override.
So it overrid all that. I don't know how all of that works. I'm not rich enough to have all that shit in my car.
Right.
Like, I drive a shit box, okay? Like, don't nobody's gonna steal my car because it looks like shit. And that's by design. That is on purpose.
Yeah. So I don't know, but anyway, so
this
Myra
movie
pointed that out.
Fucking bonkers in a different way than Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Like, man, stuff happens in this movie, and you're like, whoa.
Right. I mean, dude, so how about when that kid walks in and he's just like shoots her?
Yeah.
And it's just like, dude, you're just a kid. She shot her right through the hand. And because she is like, okay, I know things are crazy. And he's like, bam, shot her right through the hand.
Yeah, and, straight through, too. You can see, the hole. You can see through the hand. You're like, ah!
Yeah. Which came in handy later. But so then, of course, they have this, I guess, pit or something
Yeah.
that they dump the bodies of whoever they have killed and stuff in the past, and they're all just rotting, decaying. And that's another thing. It's just like, how
I
do
could
you
imagine
not
the
smell
smell.
that
Yes.
from outside? Like, that would come up and emanate through the garage.
Yes.
You would walk into the barn and be like, oh,
Anybody downwind from that would
Right.
smell it. And if you have never had the pleasure of catching a whiff of what death smells like, count yourself fortunate.
yeah.
I lived through a little thing called aftermath of Hurricane Katrina, and that's a whole other story that I could go into.
Mhm.
So if you have never smelled death, you are fortunate, because that was another thing that stood out to me. Like, how does nobody smell that? Because it's just a wooden cellar door in a barn. Like, you would know the difference. Like, that's
Yeah.
not a barn smell. That's not
It's
a
not a
farm
barn
animal
smell.
smell.
It's not shit from animals. It is
So-
full on death. Like,
So you're right. You're right. That was another kind of mark against. Yeah, okay, that kind of
'Cause
took it out of the realm of
they had
believability.
nothing. They had the doors shut and then a lock on it, and that's it. There was still open gaps and everything else. It would have just overwhelmed anyone that walked in. So first of all, I thought that was a little weird and a little bit of a plot hole, but I wouldn't even say plot hole. It's just they moved the story along, and obviously that was.
I mean, it was
It
put
needed
in
to
for,
happen.
It was put in for shock factor.
Yeah.
This is where they dumped the body, sort of situation. Yep. Holy shit, she fell in.
Yep. Yeah, she fell in, and then she's looking around at all the dead bodies, and just, I mean, there's varying rates of decay. Some are full-on skeletons.
She would have definitely been in really bad shape.
Yeah.
Even being able to get out of that, like, you're gonna have health problems for the rest of your life, because you've got something now. You don't, that doesn't happen, and you not come out, with nothing in you and wrong medically,
Totally.
You're catching something from that.
Yeah. But not to mention, she's climbing up the ladder to get out, and the ladder's falling apart.
Oh.
And then she reaches the very top and has to, she's only holding on with one hand, and then boom, she throws her other hand on this rusty freaking nail through her hand and pulls herself back up. But it's just like, that would be, first of all, excruciating. And
I don't think it would be possible, because remember,
I think it would probably tear.
She had a hole blew through this hand, so she's got no connecting tendons right here in this center part. Like, you've got no use of at least these two fingers now, so they're just flapping dead weight at this point. Like, you might as well just fucking cut them things off. You're not gonna be grabbing nothing with that hand for the rest of your life.
Pretty much.
But that's something, I know it's a tale of fiction and all of that, but the wounds that she suffers, like the gash that gets ripped in her side from trying to squeeze through the fence, like if that's deep enough right there, you're going to have to, like, hold your guts in, because those puppies are going to come out.
Well, it was on her back.
Deep enough cut. Like, to me, it looked like it was on her side, close to her abdomen.
No, she was
her
squeezing
back?
through, and it was on her back. They showed it as she was running towards the car that wouldn't pull over and help because he was a rich snob asshole.
Yeah. I don't know that I would stop in the middle of the night with some crazy woman in the streets covered in blood either. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Like,
that's probably true.
I don't know. I might call that in and report that, hey, there's a crazy woman covered in blood screaming in the streets.
Right.
I'd probably do that, but stopping,
Yeah,
I don't
totally.
know. I don't know.
Yeah, probably true. Because you never know. You could be
You
walking
don't
into
know.
something.
It could be an ambush,
Totally.
you know? But yeah, no. There was, I mean, like I said, total work of fiction here. We're
Yeah.
not looking at this as, complete reality or whatever.
Right,
But I gotta give it to her. She had a great on-screen scream. Like that woman, let me tell you, she could belt out a terrific horror scream. It wasn't like that incline typical woman screaming. No,
Yeah.
it had pitch, like it jumped around, and it's like, oh my god. And she didn't do it just once. It was like almost
it was
every
all
time
throughout the
she
movie.
screamed. Yeah, it was multi-pitched, and I was like, okay, that's impressive.
So I was watching this with Pumira, and she's just like, "Oh my god! Oh, shut up! Shut up! Oh my gosh! Her scream is so annoying." She was like,
No.
she wanted her dead because she's like, I wanted to see her die because of her scream. It's just like, what? I'm just
I'm the
laughing.
opposite. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I did. It didn't feel forced. It didn't feel like one of those stereotypical horror screams.
No.
It felt like real, like she was actually in terror. Like,
Yeah.
because like you said, it had multiple pitches and tones and different like guttural things, and I liked how she actually threw up when she fell in the pit. It's just like, because the stench alone,
I gotta be honest, I probably would have too.
I exactly. But it's just like, I kind of thought like she should probably have thrown up a little bit more than that, but maybe she didn't eat anything because
I mean, yeah, it was a wet. And look, I remember my wedding. Like, we didn't get to eat anything. Like, I may have had a Snicker bar that morning.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until, it was way, way late at night, like 10, 11 o'clock, where I didn't get a meal. Like, we had tons of food catered in for our wedding and everything.
Mhm.
My wife wanted it, this, this and that. And I didn't see us bite of any of that food. I don't even, like, okay, I might have got a little bite of the wedding cake because the whole,
yeah,
however you do it thing. And then that was it. Like a Snicker bar, a bite of cake, and get back out there sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I can see where, if her stomach was empty, because she had champagne.
Yeah.
That might have been the only thing on her stomach.
Yeah. That's true. But anyway, I digress. I'm glad they at least made her throw up in that scene, because clearly the stench alone would overcome and you would definitely puke. It's just a fact of life.
Yes.
But,
make no mistake, this is one badass bride, and she was fighting for her life.
Exactly.
This was no damsel in distress needing saving. She was kicking ass, and I don't know if she was taking names, but she was kicking ass.
Yeah, so I don't know if you want to skip to the end of the movie to discuss this, but so again, overall I was impressed with all of that. But then everyone's saying like, "Oh no, we have to kill her before dawn. We have to kill her before dawn." And they're all like trying to get her to die and trying to kill her and stuff like that, and various ways people are trying to help and other people aren't, and it's just outrageous. So they finally go so it finally becomes daylight and they haven't killed her yet, and they're all like, "Oh my gosh, what's happening? And I'm like, they open the blinds and they're like, oh, I'm not dead yet. And they're just thinking like, huh, weird. So it was all bullshit. And then all of a sudden,
really, honestly, through the whole movie, you're kind of going, yeah, is this really for real? You know, they're all pretty terrified and they're really trying to kill her, you know, because they believe something bad will happen because of other family members died mysteriously.
Right.
But they're also kind of, but we're not really
other
sure.
rich snobs. Other rich snobs in the community.
Well, they did say other family members too, like because they named Uncle so and so and Aunt whatever, and then they started naming like other family names and stuff. So that part was kind of weird for me. Like, what the hell does the other families have to do with this? You know, this is y'all's deal,
right?
You know?
Right.
But through the whole thing, it's like there's a possibility it's all bullshit,
right?
Like, no, this is just something that they fucking came up with, and it's 5 generations later, and they're still doing it.
Mm-hmm. And
but go ahead.
So they finally are looking around and being like, oh, okay, so I guess it was just a bunch of baloney, and they're like, huh, and then all of a sudden they start exploding.
Yeah, well, it starts with the crazy aunt.
Yeah,
because she was total jaded through the whole movie. Like, she was like that psycho family member that was just unhinged the whole movie. Yeah. Because at the beginning, that was her and her husband's wedding game was hide and seek.
Was hide and seek, and she had to kill
her husband. Got killed. Yeah, so she was just gung ho to get into another game of hide and seeks. I'm gonna take it out on somebody, damn it. Mm-hmm. So she was the first to explode. She had that big ass axe while everybody's standing there going, huh, maybe it is just bullshit, you know? Yeah. She flipped the hell out, was like, no, I don't care. She's still going to die. And then she burst like a water balloon.
Well, and she talks to this one chair that is empty, looks empty, but she's like, I'm sorry, I'll do it. She's still gonna die. And then all of a sudden she explodes.
Yeah.
You know, and then one after another, I mean, it's the stupid dude who was playing on his phone and didn't know how to work a crossbow and all that. He blows up, and one after another they all blow up, and
nobody is spared, even the kids.
Yeah.
Even that little shit that shot her through the hand.
Yeah. They run out of the room, and then you see them explode onto the wall.
You just hear
the
pop,
wall
pop,
painting.
Pop.
Yeah. Yeah, and so it was interesting because I was so glad that they actually did that, because it's one of those things like, is it all just bullcrap or what? And then they focus in on the chair because the house is now on fire. By the way, she beat someone over the face with a lantern and then threw it on the ground, and the curtains catch fire. Yep. So the fire's spreading, and then you see this chair. There's a flicker of
from
someone in the chair.
Yeah.
And you see that there was someone in the chair that whole time. And it's just like
that was the spirit of the guy who
started the game.
Yeah, they made the deal with the box. Like, he was the owner of that box before this family, won it in a challenge. I can't remember the names of these people.
Yeah.
The head of the family back then was presented with that box, and if he could solve it, he could have it. But they made a deal for success and fame and money and riches, and so they literally sold their soul to the devil to gain what they had. So these were clearly people that would get what they wanted by any means necessary. So they were not nice people at all.
Yeah.
I kind of felt
they
bad for
deserve
the
to die.
one brother though, the one that we saw at the beginning where he found the groom and shouted, "Hey, he's in here!" at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
When he grew up, you could tell that weighed on his conscience. Like, we are not good people.
Yeah. Yeah, and I guess there was one plot thread that they talked about that I guess this one kid who is now grown up and married to our main broad character, girl, whatever you want to call her, the badass chick. Anyway, he apparently had seen the outline of this dude,
Right.
the head dude that started this whole mess back in the day. She's like, he's the only one that's seen him, and he needs to be the one to lead our family going forward and stuff like that. And so I thought that was an interesting little thread that they weaved in there. But let's go to ratings. You want to? Let's
Yeah.
let's say what would you rate this as?
I did enjoy it.
Mhm.
I would not mark it as like a favorite. It was an enjoyable watch. I'm probably going to go 3.5.
Yeah, I think I will too. Because like I said, it was good. Interesting concept, execution, and so I don't know. I think 3.5. I think it's a 3.5 star movie. It was decent enough to I was engaged and really interested to watch it and whatnot, and it was fun. And I remember saying to Pumira, I was just like, I know this sounds crazy, but that actually kind of sounds like fun. like just not like the murder and killing everyone, but I think it sounds fun to add a card and play a game or do something and have that tradition in place. I think that would be fun. Not the whole killing and everything like that, but
Gotcha.
but yeah, I don't know. So I enjoyed it. I thought that was really good, a lot of fun.
So I got to be honest with you here. This was a movie that I had added to my watch list on Tubi a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
and I just never got around to watching it until last week, not this week, last week. So I had already watched it before you picked it, and I thought I'd be okay, but I'm like, I'm just gonna play it again just in case. So when you picked it, I didn't say anything. I'm like, okay, yeah, I can do that.
yeah, because I mean, you've already seen it twice now, and so it was good enough for you to see it twice.
Yeah, which
So
is saying something.
Yeah. So okay, let's talk movies for next week. Do you have any recommendations?
Yeah. I mean, I have a few. I've got one that I've picked. Do you have any?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. All right. So I'll pick one here. This one, I think I originally saw it maybe on the Sci-Fi Channel, and this was years ago. Like, so when I remember watching it the first time, going, "Oh, this is creepy as hell," because I went into it, not knowing anything about it,
Yeah.
It's called The Bone Snatcher.
Okay. The Bone Snatcher, is that on Tubi?
That is on Tubi.
Speaking of which, Tubi, if you're listening,
hey Matt, hey, how you doing? Late start.
if you're listening, Tubi, how about you sponsor us? Because we always recommend stuff on your service,
on your platform,
and yeah, so we can
we
We can do
I
some.
don't know. I don't think they're watching us.
Oh, definitely not. But I honestly, I still plan on emailing them to ask them, like, dude, watch our show. We always recommend stuff. Okay, so what was that called? Bone?
The Bone Snatcher. 3 separate words.
Oh, okay. I also see Bone Collectors on here. That was a good movie.
Yeah, this movie's nothing like that one.
Ooh,
This one is
Bonanza.
definitely along the lines of science fiction type of.
The Bone Snatcher.
Yeah.
Okay. It's got like this weird no, I don't want you to play.
Sometimes the picture changes. I think the last one I saw, there was like a skeleton, like he's in sand or whatever, and he's looking up, screaming.
Yeah. So I will stop sharing this, and no, I want to stop sharing it. Stop screen. Present, share screen. Share screen. Do this. Share. Okay, and then I need to add it. Add to stage. Okay.
Yep, that's it.
All right. So this is it. Bone Snatcher. I will add this to my list. And there's the Yellow Brick Road, which you've already said don't watch it.
Watch at your own peril.
Yeah.
If I could give that a negative star, I would. That movie at one point, shoo, if you're audibly sensitive to high pitched noises, do not watch Yellow Brick Road.
Yeah.
Would not recommend.
Let's see. So there's a movie that I haven't seen, and it's usually a favorite, like a must watch for a lot of different people.
You didn't already add it?
Yeah, I can't find it, so I wonder if it's still on here. What is it called?
Go to search.
I'm trying to search, but I'm trying to remember what it's called first.
Oh, well, I thought you had it picked.
Big Trouble, Little China.
Oh, yeah. Another cult classic.
Is it on here? Oh man, it's not on here anymore, I don't think.
I know people that absolutely love that movie.
Yeah, exactly.
So, did you type it in search?
Yeah. Can you not see the screen?
Yeah. I just I see your search bar. Yours looks different than mine because your this I'm assuming is on your computer and mine is through my TV.
Right.
So it's a little bit different format. I guess it expired. You're right. It should be right there up top. No, Big Trouble. What is that? Big Trouble in. Oh no, that's Thailand. That's not it. Okay, so it's not available.
Okay, so
you gotta pick something else.
Let's do.
It'll come back around because that's not the first time I've seen it. So it will come back, and we'll catch it when it does.
Yeah. Let's see. Why isn't it? Oh, I have another account, and that's why I'm not finding my stuff. I have an account that's through my phone, and that's not Geekmen, but this is the official Geekmen. And so yeah, let's see. Is there any comments in the suggestions? Is there any comments for suggestions or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
No. Matthew saying, let's see. I just pledged towards a comic called Fall of Man. Also, check out the Night Slayers #1. He says, I like this video, and so can you. I like that. The Night Slayers is one pledge away from 20%.
Nice.
It just jumped. Hang on, I lost my. Watch Maggie at your own risk. Yeah, I've seen that one. That's an accurate warning.
So
I asked about Zardoz.
I did watch something. I watched, it was on Tubi. It was a Western.
Gotta give me more than that to go on.
I know. I'm trying. It was.
Was it the one that I recommended to you a little while ago?
What was the one you recommended to me?
That had what's her name? Padme in it.
No,
I don't remember that one. I can't remember the name of it. Jane got a gun or something like that.
Oh yeah, okay. No, I haven't. But Last of the Mohicans. That's such a good movie. I'm going for something I haven't seen yet. Okay, how about
Matthew says Zardoz is a movie you might want to look at.
Okay,
I know this older fella I used to work with. He's retired now, but he still comes up to the office sometimes. And I've heard that name before. He has talked about this movie with me before. I'm not sure where it would be streaming at right now, but
yeah.
What you got, Dustin?
Okay, so hang on. Sorry. There was one I just saw that popped up.
Oh, Matthew said I did not suggest that movie.
Ooh, dancing.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry. I don't have my glasses on. That was Cosmic Grandpa talking about Zardoz.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I'm not
Matt.
sure where it's streaming.
It's hard too because I don't have the ability to put these comments on screen to make them bigger. So I'm gonna have to look at that a little closer next time. So, I'm sorry.
I asked about Zardoz. Yeah. Watch Maggie at your own risk.
Yeah.
Zardoz is a movie you might want to look at. Let's see. That is not me.
That's not me.
I did not suggest that movie.
Right. I apologize profusely.
So I'm going to...
The names are in blue, and they're kind of blurry. So your name and Cosmic Grandpa, and you'll have a wrench. So it all kind of blurred together.
I'm looking up Zardoz right now. Zardoz. But, okay. Oh, it has Sean Connery.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an older movie.
1974.
Right.
An old bum cover. Failing to do so has been my greatest regret.
I keep staring at Dread. I'm gonna have to watch that before it disappears.
I know, me too. So okay, it's on Tubi. It's called Hellraiser.
Huh? Well, I thought you was looking up Zardoz.
I was, but I couldn't see where it is available to stream, rent or buy on Prime. That's why I pivoted to Hellraiser. I've actually never seen this before.
So, okay, what's the one with the hand? Click on that one. Does that one have anything to do with the other Hellraisers? I haven't seen that image before. Don't play it. No, back out. Like go to see if it's got like a synopsis.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
You clicked on play. It won't let you, will it?
No.
Son of a... Pause it.
Okay, here we go.
Down. Yeah, there we go. Pause that.
Horror. When a series of occult murders strike their city, The evidence leads to a veteran detective and his young partner to a formerly abandoned asylum.
Okay, no, I don't think that's got anything to do with Clive Barker's Hellraiser. So back out of that. That's not what we want. So I have seen Hellraiser.
Is it okay?
You're saying
decent?
that you haven't. So I will say, if you've seen the first Hellraiser, you've seen at least Hellraiser 2, because they're almost kind of the same.
Yeah.
It's just kind of 2 is kind of a continuation of the events of the first one. So it's a decent horror watch. It's definitely that 80s horror vibe. Pinhead is an iconic.
Yeah, I know. It's one of those things that people
figure,
are
just like Freddy Krueger and Jason and Michael Myers sort of
right.
thing,
It's just one of those things that people are always like, "Oh man, Hellraiser, blah blah blah," and it's just like, really, the dude with the pins in his face?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't get it.
It's not like a knock your socks off kind of watch, but it's definitely it fits in with the time frame that it was made in. Like, if you're looking for something like scary, like, I wouldn't say that would be it. But
where is my?
I mean, are you looking for something? Because I've got another suggestion that I can.
All right, hit me with your other suggestion.
That like, I haven't seen this. I only kind of watched the brief trailer that they give you, but I think it's called After. Yeah. If you'll have to forgive me, because I'm in like horror movie mode because of the season now.
Well, yeah, no, it makes sense. After.
I think that's what it's called. Yep, first one right there. Then you'll have to read the synopsis. There's no way I can make that out.
2 survivors of a bus crash awaken to discover everyone in their small town has vanished without a trace, and a monstrous storm is heading their way.
And it's not just a monstrous storm. There's like these creatures or whatever that's like trying to.
Yeah.
I know I've said I have kind of this beef with Stephen King kind of movies. And this, just from watching the trailer, had a very Langoliers type of feel to it. Like something wasn't quite right, and these creatures are coming after these 2 people that are running around somewhere they shouldn't be, kind of feel.
Yeah.
So.
Let's see. Post-apocalyptic. Where's the one movie that I was wanting to watch a couple weeks ago?
I can't help you out there.
I know. It's my own fault.
You're supposed to write things down.
Let's do After and the.
You might want to stop that.
Bone
Snatcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, two separate words there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. After and the Bone Snatcher. Those sound interesting. I'm interested to see that. So yeah. Oh, this is. I was talking about this one. I actually did a review on this one in my silly days of I used to do movie reviews, but like in a hillbilly voice type thing, and I reviewed Axel on that. They're on my YouTube channel, but yeah, so that was fun. But yeah, so let me The Bone Snatcher and After for next week. All right, Jessica, if you're still listening, I expect you to watch these movies instead of not watching them. I mean, come on. But yeah, so Bone Snatcher and After for next week, I will have a thumbnail up probably tonight or tomorrow. And yeah, so that was, we talked about that for an hour and a half. So awesome time. I had fun.
I do want to bring up, Dustin, do you still have the links for the GoFundMe?
Oh yeah. Well, I can look it up.
I do want to bring that up. We are still running that GoFundMe. It's we're trying to collect the money needed to buy my late stepfather a headstone for his grave. And we're asking for any kind of help anybody out there could provide, whether it's, a share on social media, because the more eyes that see it, the more people it'll reach. Or, if you just want to donate $1 or $2, or if you want to help spread the word, we really appreciate the help.
Where is it?
I don't know if I can say it's not doing too good of a start right now.
Yeah.
But those that have contributed, I do really appreciate the share and the help and the donation. It really means a lot. It really does. So to those that have helped, I thank you.
I'm going to pull this up eventually.
Yeah, I didn't.
I
thought you had them. I thought you had them saved. Like, don't we have like a banner or? There's something, or did that all get taken away?
I don't know. Let me look.
Well, either way, you can put that link in the description of the video.
Yeah.
If you've made it this far into the video.
Right. Banners.
Other than that, give us a like, give us a subscribe. That way you'll know when we go live.
Indeed.
And we are planning on a show.
Monday.
Again, Monday. It's Freaking Figures at 10:30 Eastern.
Yep.
Did I get that right this time? Okay.
Yep.
I'm trying. So come back Monday if you like toys to find out what's in this box. I've got a few things for what's in the box this time. Yeah. And some really cool toy news.
Okay, here we go. Nope. There we go.
Nope. I have a shirt that says that. Nope. But the bottom says not today. So, but all you get to see is nope. Yeah, there's the link on screen for the GoFundMe. Like I said, any help is greatly appreciated.
Copy. And I will do this. If I can find the tab again.
Sorry, I didn't want to. We'll be better prepared next time. I just kind of sprung this on you, didn't I?
Yeah. Well,
I'm sorry.
All right, so it's in the comments. GoFundMe, again, as he said, it's for his stepfather's headstone that they, unfortunately, you can read the story all on the on the GoFundMe page. All the info's there.
Yeah.
It's just a...
And it goes straight to the people that need that to cover for that headstone. So it goes like straight to them. We've got it set up to where once that goal is reached, then we can move from that point into putting his information on it and getting it set in place.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, So yes, I hate to end on a down note, but
No, I wouldn't say it's down.
well, it's unfortunate. Like,
nah,
but still,
it,
follow up on Monday for It's Frickin' Figures.
you're gonna be downer about it. Oh, my shirt looks like it's a cookie if I slouch. Chip cookie.
And
No.
join us for Bone Snatcher and After next week. And I expect you all to watch it. Yeah, so I will play us out. All right. Until next time, Thunder Nerds Ho.